Superior Shelby, and I'm so blessed to have you on our live stream today. If you are watching this live stream after I have recorded it, thank you so much for clicking on the video, friend. That is so dope. That means you are looking for free money or helpful opportunities and tools and tricks. Sorry, helpful information to help you start a business and also have the means to do so, right? The money. So thank you so much for clicking on this video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And in today's live stream, we're going to have an entire full startup like conversation, the conversation I think that most of us need to have. And this is going to be something deeper than just talking about your general having a LLC, EIN, and what you need to have. While I'm actually going to go over those startup steps, setup steps as well, I'm also going to talk about what it takes to really show that you are a true entrepreneur who is ready for funding. And also, we're going to have a full conversation because I'm your business bestie, okay? So get in here in this live stream. Make sure you share it out to your friends through Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media platform you use. And don't forget to like the live stream so that way the YouTube algorithm can push this information out to all the other entrepreneurs who are just as eager and hungry as we are, okay? So welcome into the conversation. Good morning for you and good afternoon for me. I can't wait until we have this conversation and dive deeper into it. Now, I have officially started a new video series. So let's talk about it, friends. So my last video series, I gave you guys 5 really good, detailed, full of information, how to apply to grants, how to get started with grants. That entire video series is technically a playlist under my YouTube channel. So it's 5 videos. They're 6 to 10 minutes each, very direct, some good transitions. The editing is top tier, and it's teaching you everything you need to know to be proper, how to be properly prepared for grants, which grant sites I use to find grants, and all of the other key factors that you need to know. And I even reassure you to let you know grants is not a scam, honey. I actually have a video going over 4 grant winners, and 2 out of the 4 are my clients. Okay, so that was the last video series I did for YouTube, and I'm so excited to announce that I have officially, I am officially dropping my first video for this next video series, which is talking about business development. So under my channel playlist, you will see it's called "Don't Just Start a Business, Build a Business." And a lot of us know already the steps that we need to take to start a business. Friend, let's be real. There's too many TikToks, too many Instagram reels and Facebook reels, and so much information that is out there right now. You know exactly how to properly register your company. While in this video, I'm going to go over some of those things shortly, but I'll reassure you in this video. However, I also want to encourage you to actually go for it. Prioritization. I talk about that a lot on my channel. Making sure that you are prioritizing the to-do list. You have a full legal pad or a whole bunch of notes in your phone, step by step in order on what you need to do to start your business, and you simply have not done it. So if you continue to have this whole list of things and you keep looking at it and allowing it to collect dust, then you're just allowing your dreams to collect dust, honey. And that is so unfair to us as consumers who actually want to purchase your services and products. Right, friend? Right, exactly. So we're going to go over my business setup list. I actually have the link to my business setup list in the description. So like I said, if you're watching this video after I have recorded it live stream, I want to thank you so much. The link is in the description below. I'm also going to put the link in the chat for all my friends that is joining. We're going to go over the top 15 things you need to have as a startup. Then we'll go over the reasons for why you need to have them. Then also we'll just have a deeper conversation, okay? So allow this to be like our coaching, like a free coaching on this Friday. You know what I mean? Free information Friday, whatever have you. And I want you to ask me any questions about your business, about your startup, and the challenges that you are having. Let's be open and vulnerable enough, okay? Yesterday, we had a really good live stream. Okay, so if you wasn't here yesterday, friend, we did a really good live stream where we went over a $1 million grant. Yes, we did. So check that out. And then also, towards the end of the live stream, I had a full 45-minute Zoom call, a consultation from a client who actually paid the $50 to have a 45-minute consultation with me. That Zoom call was so awesome. A woman who owns her own juice bar, and she's been following me and subscribed to my YouTube channel for a year now. And she said she finally got the guts to actually, purchase my services. Mind you, She instantly got started with me, okay? And I want the same thing for you all. But I know you need, to feel more trustworthy about the situation, or you just need to see the value in prioritizing it, right? Cool. So that's the purpose of us being on these live streams. Okay. So um, it was such a good live stream yesterday. I was so proud to hear that she's actually expanding her business and she wants to go for grants so she can purchase some supplies and equipment so she can have the necessary equipment to be able to produce her juices commercially. And if she can be able to do this in a commercial kitchen that she's going to be renting out from her partner, then guess what? She'll be able to produce more and she'll be able to expand her business 4 hours away from her current location. Isn't that dope? Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was super lit. So our consultation yesterday was so cool, and I want nothing but the power of abundance, right? I want you guys to experience that as well. Okay, cool. So let's just get into it. What you need to have as a startup, that's what we're gonna talk about. So you need to get serious about starting your business. And usually I don't go over this information in the middle of the year simply because I usually dedicate the beginning of the year to talk about what you need to have and the key things you need to have when you are starting a business. But hey, let's go over this because I felt like yesterday I was getting some questions in the chat where it's like, okay, I have this, I have that, I have that. What else do I need? And it's the what else do I need that concerns me, right? So let's get down to it. You guys like my bake sale shirt? Yes, I got it from church. We were doing the kids' bake sale at church. Y'all know I love the kids. Okay, so we are going to go over this business setup list. The link, I'm going to put it here in the chat for you guys, and I'm going to make sure that the link is actually inside of the description, so that way you can take a look at it as well once we go off. But I'm going to show you here in a minute. Let me see. Business setup list. Okay, there you go. Okay, there you go. All right, so I'll put the link in the chat for you. Let's go over this business setup list so you are reassured and you have clarity on some tools that you can use to help you set your business up right now. Setting your business up and starting a business in the US costs you roughly about $300 to $350, okay? So take $175 out of your first check, $175 out of your second check, and be willing to prioritize all the things that need to get done. $350, I'm saying all of that, that includes your website. Yes, we're going to get to that, friend. We're going to get to that. All right, so let me show you what's going on my screen. Make sure you share because this is going to be some really good information. And yeah, we're just going to have like a really good business conversation, okay? So go ahead and pull this up. Okay, I need to clean my screen, don't I, friend? There we go. All right, so let's go over the things that you need to have to reassure yourself so you know that these are all the things you need to do. There are, let me see, 15, so let's say about 14 things that you need to have when you are starting a business in the United States or in the UK or anywhere in the world, okay? Every business all across the world needs to have these main things. Now, granted, I'll highlight the ones that might be different. For if you are international, you might not need to have this. It might be called something different in your country. But we are going over step by step what you need to have to be a properly set up, professionally set up business. Okay, friend? If you do not have these things, you aren't serious. You ain't ready. Okay. And it's okay if you're not ready. I'm not judging you, friend. But when you get ready, you can always refer to this video and you can always reach out to me, book a one-on-one. It's only $50 and it reassures you on what you need to have. And we'll go through your particular steps for you personally. All right. So of course I have the number one is have a business plan. Now I did on the side, let me explain to you how to read the spreadsheet because some people don't know how to read a spreadsheet. So I want to go over that first. Column A is going to be the task that needs to be completed. Column B, okay, is going to be the status. When you click the link in the description or click the link in the chat, what I want you to do is click on file and make a copy, okay? Especially if you have like Google Docs, you're going to click on file and make a copy. You're going to make your own copy. God forbid you are in here, you're changing things, and then everybody else who in the world that I've shared this particular list with, they are able to see your notations, okay? So column B is the status. This reassures you on whether or not you're in progress with doing it, if you have been blocked from doing it, or if you have the task completed. I want greens all the way down for all of you all, okay? So this is going to reassure yourself on whether or not you have started it. This is for you. This is your list particularly for you, okay? For those of you who are coming in, we are going over the top 14 things you need to have in order to be a professionally put together business internationally and in the US. All right, so make sure you like the live stream so that way other entrepreneurs can be reassured as well, okay? All right, so column C is the start date. So you can put the date that you actually started this to reassure yourself. It's up to you, or the end date. It doesn't matter, like whatever have you. Okay. Honestly, I should probably. Why did I have that there? Let me see. And I'll just delete this because I feel like there's no point in having an end date. You know what I mean? The start date, yes, but end date, no. All right. So deliverable. Okay, the deliverable is where you can upload your files. So once you get your LLC EIN, you have completed your business plan and all of those great things. You can upload this to your Google file and you'll have the file right here, which allows you to come back to your business setup list. And if you need to, let's say you're going to the bank and you need your LLC and your EIN, you can pull this up on your phone, go to your business setup list on your phone, and then you can go under file, under deliverables, under column D, and you could just simply click on the file. Okay. All right. So that's how that works. And then, so you see how it looks, and then you'll just be able to open up the file. Okay. So that's how that works. All right. Let me just delete that. Delete. How we delete it? Delete table, delete common. We need to cut it out. Well, we'll get back to that. All right, so there we go. And then notes, okay, what I have here is notes, okay? And column E is going to be notes. Each note I have here is going to be a business resource tool and a resource tool for you to be able to complete the actual task. So venturekit.ai is a link where you can actually use this AI to generate your business plan. I use this a lot for my clients as well as beautiful.ai. Okay, beautiful.ai is another one that you can use for PowerPoint presentations. And I use this for my clients for when you are doing your pitch decks. Okay, now, now the thing is, you can write your own business plan and all that good stuff, right? But you still need to know what it needs to say, and which key factors you need to have inside of your what is it, pitch deck and stuff. All right, so let's go over it. Okay. So number one and number two, I say you need to have a business plan and a business pitch deck. Why? Because if you have a business idea, but you don't have it formally jot down or put out on paper, then it's quite a challenge to be able to express to funders that you are serious and you know exactly what you will do with this money. You understand? So you need to have a business plan and a business pitch deck. And you can use these two tools to do that. Okay. Business plans show like an actual business roadmap. So it's very important that you have that. All right. So a business address. Now you can get your business address done with WeWork, Alliance Virtual Office, or Regis, or you can go to any other virtual office that you want to use. You can use your home address if you are, you choosing and opting in for a home office. In 2025, they are more open to that, so you can do that. Business phone number, so you can use phone.com, right? Or you can use the virtual office phone number that you sign up for, or you can use your own cell phone provider. So if you have like AT&T has a business line, T-Mobile Business, right? Verizon Business. So you can sign up for one of those as well, okay? And get a whole separate business line. Business website. So you can visit GoDaddy.com I love GoDaddy, but you can also do Wix. I see Wix got some new AI tools and it looks quite lit. But I like GoDaddy.com. It's really streamlined process and super easy. And you can purchase your domain there. And it also has a AI tool where it will automatically draft a full business website for you. So those days of going on Fiverr, going on Upwork, and trying to find someone who can do a website for you and then you got to pay them $300 and all that good stuff. No, actually, go to GoDaddy.com, purchase your domain, which will cost you no more than $40, and you'll be able to use the AI to generate your website, something very simple that has like a contact form or contact information. It doesn't have to be so detailed at this moment when you are in your startup phases, unless you are an actual online boutique, or anything like that. And even if you do decide to do a online boutique, you can actually use those e-commerce sites like Amazon, Etsy, Shopify, right, to be able to develop your e-commerce store and also use those additional e-commerce stores to promote your business and things like that. All right. So if you are into e-commerce, you can just simply use like, Amazon, all of those shopping sites. That will kind of be, and you can use that link, the Amazon store link or your Etsy store link as your website in a way. Even through Etsy, they actually allow you to purchase your own domain or create your own domain that will still go directly to your Etsy store. So you do have that option. Okay. So yeah, GoDaddy.com is my favorite one. It's affordable and it's super easy to use. Yes, I do set all of these things up for my clients. Okay, so if you don't have none of this stuff and you're missing some of this stuff, I will quote you based on what is already completed and like what are the next steps that I need to do for you so you can make sure you have all of this stuff done. So the next thing you need to have done is your business email address. You can also get a professional email address through GoDaddy.com. Once you purchase your domain, so my domain, all right, so I'll explain this to you. My domain is superchargemybusiness.com. All right. My email, my email is, and you can also use Google Workspace for this, but my email is also, um, how can I show you guys this? Okay, here you go. And but my email, okay, is that's weird. Is Shelby at superchargemybusiness.com. So, like I said, you can use Google Workspace. I love Google. I'm a Google girly. So, if you want to use Google Workspace, I can give you a referral code. Okay. And you'll get like 50% off. So, that's cool. Google Workspace will allow you to actually purchase your domain as well. And it's a cool plugin if for all of my people who are quite tech savvy. It's a really good plugin for GoDaddy. So yeah, all right. If you want that referral code, just drop that in the chat. Say, yeah, I want it. So that way you can purchase your domain. So your domain is this, which is the superchargemybusiness.com or abccompany.com. And you see my email? Okay. My email is Shelby at superchargemybusiness.com. All of my other everyone else who works like with me, right? Their emails are the same. All right. So you got Jerry who works with me. See Jerry at superchargemybusiness.com, right? You have Grace at superchargemybusiness.com, right? So all of my employees, they actually have their own dedicated employee email as well. Okay. So in order for you to have something set up like that, you need to purchase the domain, okay? And the domain, you can purchase that through GoDaddy.com. All right. So the next thing you need to have, friend, is a business email. Okay, I'm sorry, business EIN. The business EIN number is your employee identification number. If you are in a different country, it's most likely not called an EIN. It's probably just called business identification number. So it can be BIN, TIN, EIN, ITIN, right? So each country has their own business identification number, but each business all around the world must have a business registration and also a business registration number or identification number. Okay. So For the US, you have to go to irs.gov. This is actually free for you to get. So you click on irs.gov, it'll take you directly there, and then you'll be able to have access. Okay. I don't know if it'll go, yes, it will go through because even though I'm on a, all right, when you first come here, click on apply for employer identification number. All right. And then you will simply apply for EIN. You will put in all of your information. Okay. Click OK. You will begin the application. This is like a 6-step situation. If you have an LLC or if you plan to get an LLC, you will click on that one. If you are going to be, if you are a corporation or if you're doing it for a trust, then you have all of this good stuff too. Click on continue. Click on continue because you're going to do your LLC. If you are a single member LLC, you will just put one person. If you have a couple of people work with you, you can move forward. Put in your state. So you guys know I'm from Florida. Click on continue. Like I said, this is about like 6 steps or so. So the first step, this part you are doing identification. So the whole purpose of you doing this EIN is because you started a new business. Click on continue. I'm literally walking you through and showing you how to do this. You will put in all of your personal information, okay? And then you will continue on to the next steps, your addresses and the details about your business, which is what is the business type. And then you will get the EIN confirmation number. You want to download the EIN as a PDF. That will be the 6th step, okay? So we'll ask you, do you want to download it? Just download it as a PDF. You'll see the PDF option there, okay? So you need your business EIN number. That's your employee identification number. Next, you need to get your business articles or register your business. So that can be a LLC, INC. If you are a nonprofit, you're going to go for a 501c3. If you have a religious based trust, you can go for like a 508c CA. So you can go for something like that. But this is a just generally speaking, if you are a startup and you want to start a business, you will go for your LLC. What's the difference between an LLC and an EIN? Okay. Okay. Oh, Mika, you asked a really, really good question. Once you got your EIN number, how can you look it up to see it's in the system? There is no way to verify it besides you actually calling. And once you get your EIN number and you get the actual EIN, and I'll show you what it looks like. When you get your actual EIN form, why am I bringing that up? When you get your actual EIN form, then you don't have to worry about whether it's in the system or not. They're not going to give you a EIN number form or like anything like that if it's not in the system. I'm trying to show you what it looks like. Where is my stuff? Documents. Okay. Interesting. To get to my documents using this thing, it just seems like it's just so challenging. It just seems like it's so challenging. But ultimately, let me see, it might be in my iCloud documents. I'm pretty sure I didn't delete it. So yeah. But once you get your EIN number, Mika, they would never, ever, ever give you a EIN confirmation form that has your EIN number and your name and your address and stuff. They wouldn't give it to you if it's not officially in the system. So that is your confirmation. Okay. You need that EIN form to be able to take to the bank. Now, if you have submitted and you got your EIN and you forgot to download it as a PDF, or and they you have not receive it in the mail or anything like that, then what you can do is you can I have the steps in the description below. In the description of this video is a link to where you can, and I think also a phone number to where you can reach out to them. There is a form you need to fill out so that way they can email you or send you your actual EIN form. Mika says, I've been set mine up back in 2022, but I haven't used it for anything. Okay. Employee identification number is essentially for when you are filing taxes for your business. You also need the employee identification number because it is employer identification number because it is literally your business ID. Your EIN number, right? It's like having a business social security number. Just like in order to identify you when you are doing things like opening up new bank accounts, when you are, going to the hospital, all these like personal serious things, and you need to have your social security, when you need a passport, all of that stuff, even when you are, setting yourself up for whatever in the US, you need to have your social security number, right? Because that's your identification as well as your ID. This is what an EIN is. An EIN is essentially, think of it like your business ID number or social security number, right? And so you need to have this because once you open up a business bank account, then the business bank, right, which could be Wells Fargo, Chase, whoever you go with, they have to report to the IRS that this business has officially opened up a bank account. And any money that goes into this account that you receive as an income, right, when you make a sale or someone books a consultation with you or whatever have you, when that money goes into that business bank account, it has to be accounted for because as US citizens, we pay what's called taxes. Welcome to entrepreneurship. So then you pay taxes. So what they do is they have to verify that information using your EIN number. So if you use TurboTax, right, Intuit, QuickBooks, and all of these other great accounting platforms to file your taxes, H&R Block or whatever have you, then all of this stuff is verified through your bank accounts, through your accounting systems like Intuit, QuickBooks, and then by you uploading and completing the tax form. You understand? Perfect. Thank you very much. I have a form downloaded in my PD in my files. Good. You have the PDF. That's really good. So since you had yours in 2022, have you started generating revenue? It's been 3 years. I hope you've been making some type of money and putting money into your business bank account so where you can now have some funding opportunities. 3 years. It don't take 3 years to make one sale, friend. We're going to talk about it, friend. We're going to get right into it because we're going to get into it. Okay, friend? I got you. No judgment here. Hey, good morning. How are you? I'm fine. How are you doing? I'm blessed to be here. Trust and believe. I'm blessed to be here. Okay. All right. So let's get back to it. So then we can get down to some more stuff that we need to talk about. So I put in here BOI report submission. This is optional. This is very much optional. BOI, remember this was the form that they said you need to fill out at the beginning of the year. If you didn't, then you would have to pay a $10,000 fine. Well, this is optional. You don't have to do it. I did it, but it's up to you. So we can skip number 10. Number 11 is called doing your business 401 directory. It's important to have your business in some sort of directory. I talked about a directory the other day, business directories. So I like listyourself.net because that's the oldest one and the most reputable one. So you can click on listyourself.net and you can put yourself in that business directory. But as long as you are in some sort of business directory beyond LinkedIn, because LinkedIn has now turned into like a social media platform, being in an actual directory, it can be like business 401, it can be like Google business directory, whatever, but this one is free, so that's why I like it. And it's literally, if y'all remember back in the day, we used to have those phone books. This is literally the white pages or the yellow pages online. All right, so you need to be in a business directory. I like that it connects well with Google, and it just makes everything so much easier. Okay, which brings me to the next one. Business Google profile. All right, so you need to set up your Google business profile. Very important that you do that since we are living in 2025 in such a digital age. Everything is being Googled or ChatGPT, and you won't be able to be pulled up. Your product or service won't really seem like it's a serious thing if you don't have a Google business profile. Even if you are selling plates on Fridays, just wings and fries, somebody want to know when they should pull up to your station so they can get a $10 wing and fry plate. In order for them to do that, they need to get on Google and see when is Miss Linda going to be selling these wings and fries and lemonade. Okay, cool. Now, nav.com, this is for my business credit people who are interested in business credit and you are looking for loans, lines of credit, and credit cards, and you want to be able to do that and access these types of funding opportunities you only solely using your business credit. Well, it's time for you to start what's called nav.com. Nav.com, think of this website as like the Credit Karma for your business. I'm going to see if I can access it. You guys know I'm using a VPN, so I don't know if it'll allow me to access it. Okay, cool. We can see it. All right, so nav.com, super cool. It's really good for business credit, and you can actually sign yourself up for free. In order for you to see all of your business credit reports and scores, I'm going to try to log in for myself. Don't judge my business credit, because y'all know I don't do this business credit thing. I love grants. So my business credit might not be good, but I'm just showing you the platform. Um, so yeah, let me see. Well, I don't even remember my login. Or send me a login code. How about that? So yeah, this is a business credit platform that you can use to be able to move yourself to the next level, understand what's going on with your business credit, and you can use this to reassure yourself on what your business credit scores are, all this good stuff. Okay. So like I said, don't judge me because I don't even use business credit at all. But yeah, this is where we at. It's you guys can learn more about how this works. I'm not sure like how like diving deeper on like what score you need to have and all that good stuff. So that's not my field, like I said. But this is the platform. It gives you net 30 vendors, which is cool, and you can start building your credit by signing up with one of these net 30 vendors. Okay, so that's really cool. Okay, business credit, like I said, that's not my thing. I actually hate it. So yeah, as you can see, I don't get any business credit. I don't have no business loans. I'm not in debt at all. So y'all can have fun with that. But if you want to reassure yourself on what your business credit score is, nav.com is a good place to do it. Business bank account. So yes, you need to open up a business bank account. I prefer Chase or like any of your preferred local credit union, but I love Chase Bank. I've never had any challenges with them. They give you $300 after being with them for about 90 days. And they like really know how to treat their clients, right? First of all, their fraud prevention is top tier. And they are just like really good with handling their clients, especially their clients that make a really good stream of income. It's like they're very goal oriented. If you make it up to like 50K, then you go to like this next tier. If you make like 100K, then you go into this back room. Like it's so fun. All right, so Chase Bank makes banking very fun. I like them. Open up a business bank account. That's what you need to do. And last but not least, you can do business contracts. So if you have a partnership, right? If it is you and your friend or you and your husband or you and your sibling that is opening and starting a business, then you can use lawdepot.com. I have it here in the list for you. Lawdepot.com is free, and you can actually get your contracts drawn up for free by using lawdepot.com. Okay, your partnership agreement. So sometimes you guys go to the bank and they're like, okay, I see on your LLC is you and your sister. So can you tell us, is it how many shares are is it between you guys with the company? Is it 50-50? Is it 60-40, 70-30, 80-20? So having a LLC operating or partnership agreement, that's what you want to say, have a partnership agreement that lets them know, how much, each of you all are getting as far as in a share of this company. Okay. So you can get all of your business contracts and stuff done through lawdepot.com for free. All right. So these are the 14 steps that you need to complete in order for you to be a properly set up business. Do I have any questions so far? The link to this is actually in the chat, and it's also in the description of this particular live stream. Okay. So what questions do you have? Mika said, LOL, I wish. I'm still trying to figure out how to set up my business. It's a really good idea in the making. This is awesome. Um, don't take too much time in trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? Keep God first. And sometimes it's the thing where like all you need to do is pray and just do it. You know? Because experience is the best teacher. You'll never be able to know exactly what the obstacles that you're going to come across or the adversities that might be waiting for you. It's a journey, and you are supposed to love every minute of it. If you take your time overthinking it, then it will never get done, and before you know it, we'll be 10 years away from this idea. We're already 3 years away from the idea, and you know what I mean? Like, so it'd be like, okay, well, you're going to eventually see somebody else live out your idea and live out your dreams. And you're going to be like, dang, that was supposed to be me. Yeah, but you procrastinated on it. You waited too long. So don't wait too long. Just go ahead and put it out there. And with all this technology, all of this social media and all this content making and stuff, you could literally just put your business and your idea out there. and somebody's going to shop with you. You know what I mean? So you have to do it, right? Experience is the best teacher. Let me see. It's a sign up enrollment for Friday. I don't understand. I have a question. Is this for startup companies or established one? So everything I just went over is how to start a business. Okay, everything I just went over is literally how to start a business. All right. So those are the things that you need to have. I feel like there's so much TikToks and Instagram reels out here that's literally saying the exact same thing that I just showed you. But sometimes I understand that you need to see it from a different view, from a different point of view, and hear it from a different voice and a different tone, simply because that person that you saw on that 5 second, 15 second, 30 second, or 60 second video, they might have told you everything that you needed to have, but either the video was too fast or you was too into scrolling that you really didn't like catch it for real. So while you're watching me on YouTube, which YouTube is usually for people who are searching for this information or searching for something that they are specifically looking to watch, whether it's a podcast or whatever have you. So because you're on this live stream and you're on this video, whether you were scrolling through shorts or not, you found this information to be so like so needed, right? That you actually are grasping this more, and it's reassuring you like, oh yeah, like these are the things I need to have. If you already have majority of these things, kudos to you, friend. So what we need to do is we need to talk about what is it going to take for you to put your product and service out there? What are the steps specifically for your business that you need to take so you can start creating awareness about your service and products, and also how to start making money now? So let's say, for example, you got a cleaning business, right? I have some clients that own cleaning businesses. And I actually have a client. I have two different clients, and I'll give you, and they have two different mindsets, which is really cool. So this is a good example. Okay. One of they're both like, let's say, 30s and over. Okay. Let's just say that. Both of them are women. Now, one woman, she likes to do everything by the book. She's quite old school. She don't want to do nothing outside of like what's supposed to be done, and she likes to take things very slow. She just moved into her new place, so she's kind of prioritizing like getting settled in her new place. And even though she wants to really start this business and she wants to move forward with it and she likes the idea of it, she actually would rather take her time with it versus just like going head straight into it. So that's client A. Client B is the woman who is, she's like, I'm done with the 9 to 5 life. I'm actually ready to quit my job. Yes, I do have children. Yes, I have things going on in life, but life is always going to be moving forward. And I need to find out how I can start marketing myself right now because I'm ready to transition right now. I don't care what it takes. I don't care what corners I have to take, what corners I have to cut. I don't care what I have to do. I'm ready to leave this place. I don't want to clock in no more. I'm ready to go. So we have client A and client B. Client B is the one that she is sick and tired of being sick and tired. Okay. Now, these are two different people, types of people, but they have the same businesses. Same businesses. They both are owning a cleaning company. All right. In two different states, two different cities. I understand that. Okay. But two women. Now, you have to determine which one are you. Okay. The client A, who likes to do things very, very chilled, right? She's been my client for about a year and a half. She just moved into her new place, like I said, so she's prioritizing getting settled in, but she moved into this new place back in January. It's now July. So she wants to take things so slow to the point that I gave her, this is what I gave her. I gave her a strategy, right? Both the client A and client B came to me and asked me for what is a way that how do I start this business? The difference between the two is that client A actually paid me to do all of these 14 steps that I just showed you in the business setup list. Client A is a little bit older. Like I said, she's old school. She's not really tech savvy like that, but she's open to developing in those areas because she understands the times that we're living in. So, with that being said, she's like, how can I get this thing started? All right, Shelby, you have done everything for me. I appreciate it. You gave me my list of things. I have my business bank account. Okay, cool. So, how do I really get this thing started? Now, the strategy I'm about to tell y'all for this cleaning company, I gave to client A and client B. Okay. Remember, client A more old school. She want to take things slow. You know what I mean? Like she got her whole life to live. Okay, like she got 100 extra years on her. That's fine. Client B, sick and tired of being sick and tired. I got kids. I'm trying to generate financial freedom right now for me and my children. Like she's on go mode. Okay. Now, the same strategy I gave them. I said, when you open up a cleaning company, you can do so much. As long as you have a vacuum and some supplies and equipment, you're good to go. What's really cool about starting a cleaning company is that you can actually sign up with what's called net term accounts or net 30 accounts. Net term or net 30 accounts are accounts that you can gain the goods, the supplies and equipment, and you don't have to pay them back until 30 days later or whatever the terms are. So that could be 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days. So I said, wherever you plan to get your janitorial supplies, see if they have what's called a net term option. So that way you can go ahead up front and get all the things and supplies and equipment you need, and then you'll be able to, actually get started today. So I gave them, I say you can go to these places. I gave them, I think I gave one of them, what's the name of that place? Yes, Uline. I gave them Uline, and then I gave them like a local one, and then I also asked them to check like this one place, janitorial place that you can go to. Okay, each city and state has their own different ones that you can go to. So if this is like your type of business, then make sure you do the research. So I said first do that, but still use what you have. I know you cleaning your house with something, so use what you got to get to where you're going. Okay, so I said, whatever supplies that you know that you need right now to be able to perform your duties, right? From hand gloves, see if you got a friend that's a CNA that can bring you some hand gloves. You know what I mean? Like, be resourceful as possible at this moment. Okay. Now, once you have gathered your supplies and your equipment and what you currently have, it doesn't have to be a whole bucket full of stuff. You just need the most simplest things like bleach, soap, whatever have you. And in most cases, if you are cleaning residential properties, these people already have this stuff in their house already. Okay. So you could just simply make sure that your prices are reasonable enough that will reflect that you will be using their stuff, and you won't have to be charging them so much, like $100, right? There's no point in you charging $100 for a clean or $200 for a clean when you're going to be using some of their products too. Okay, so probably be the most affordable as you possibly can and bring it down to like $70, $80. Reason why you want to be the most affordable is simply because you are building trust and building a relationship with these clients. Okay, so that's what you're doing. Now, how are you going to find these clients? Well, you have gig apps like Thumbtack, Angie's List, and so many others, right? That you can actually set up your own profile, and then you can put on there that you are a cleaning your cleaning service, and you can put your range of prices in there. Yeah. So I introduced client A and client B to the gig app called Thumbtack. Then I said, once you get your profile set up, that's like having DoorDash and Uber Eats set up. Once you set up, honey, you're gonna get some bookings. Okay. So client A. So this is what happened. Client A, right? She got signed up, got her stuff together. Mind you, client A paid me, all right, a quoted price to do all of her business setup. So not only did she have Thumbtack, but she also had her own website too that I already set up on Google, so people could start Googling cleaning service near me. Okay. Client A wanted to not only do residential properties, but she also wanted to do commercial properties too. That's cleaning law offices, banks, all kind of stuff when these places are closed. Cool. Published client A's website, and client A started getting some actual clients. Okay. She started getting some bookings. Client A reached out to me and said, I need for you to unpublish and turn my website off because I don't have this insurance. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have that. I said, the business needs to start making money, client A, so that way you could be able to afford the insurance. How you going to have the insurance right now and you don't even know if you even like this for real? This is what you call a pilot season. We are in the pilot season, which means we are putting our we're putting our money where our mouth is right now. We are just giving it a try to see if we actually like doing what we said we wanted to do. A pilot season. Client A, no, I gotta get insurance. So I need to just turn it off right now because I need to change my car. I need to change my car insurance into a commercial vehicle so I can do this. Cool. Client A done did that, moved into a new house, all this stuff, and still working her old 9-to-5 job. And ain't called me and hit me up to turn this website back on since. Client B, our homegirl who's sick and tired of being sick and tired. Client B, soon as she got signed up on that. Now I didn't do Client B's setup, right? I didn't set her business up. She don't have a website. I don't know. She don't have all that stuff together, right? Client B, honey, once she got on that thumbtack, she called me Shelby. That's how she sound. Shelby. Girl, I got 3 bookings this week. I said, girl. I said, oh, girl, get out of here. She was like, yeah, girl. I said, girl, I'm proud of you. I said, listen, scared money don't make no money, friend. She said, ain't it? So I was like, and it don't. So what client B did, client B is now out here. Now, let me tell you where she at right now. Client B started with me in January. The same time client A was like, all right, turn off the web. Like, let's just chill because I got to do this. I need to move, blah, blah, blah. And I'm understanding. I give grace and I don't judge people because, listen, I'm not God, okay? I'm a child of God. But I'm not God and I don't judge people. So whatever you're going through it. You understand? And if you move into a new spot, I know how much moving cost is. So cool. So it's July. Client B, hey, client B got a storage room. Client B has what she finally got like 2 or 3 clients, but these are high ticket clients. Let me tell you how she got the high ticket clients because she came back to me. She trusts me. She trusts me because the first order of operations I gave her, she put it to use, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you my coach, you my business bestie. We doing this. We rocking together." Cool. So now we have now scaled to a point to where now client B, the single mother who was sick and tired of being sick and tired, left her 9-to-5. Yes, all of this in 6 months. She left her 9-to-5. It's paying her bills. We have a certain proper setup now where she is putting like 50% of her income, right? It does go to her because she got bills and she got kids. But the other 50%, we break it up. 20% go back into supplies and equipment because it's not like a lot of business overhead. And then the 30%, we just keeping that in the business savings for a rainy day. We doing good, friends. Sometimes we get off track, but we doing good. Okay, friends. So then client B, right? Client B has now scaled herself to where she got her own storage unit. Yeah. She got her own storage unit now. And I kind of find out I didn't know that you could use one of those storage units as a business address. Yeah, we found that out too. Then client B, now she has the 3 clients. Now I helped her out with getting these 3 clients because I knew what city and state she was in. I helped her out with one of them, and then that one just referred her to other ones. I had a client. She's still technically my client, but I have a client that does a lot of Airbnbs. She has like over 7 to 10 Airbnbs in this particular location in the same city as client B. So boom, I said, I got a client that got Airbnbs. I'm getting grants for. So I plugged them up, right? She just been cleaning all this lady Airbnbs. This woman is so high profile, like she's so well known that she actually told her friends that do Airbnbs and also that do what is it called? What is it called? The development, right? Housing development, right? After you build a house, you need somebody to go in there and you need to clean up all the dust and everything, right? Yeah. So what we doing right now with client B, because she's still my client, I'm still coaching her and we still building. But what we're doing right now is that money that we've been putting in that 30% savings, we're consistently saving that so we can be able to get the necessary equipment to go and do the bigger clients, which is the ones who are the real estate developers who need the dust and all of that stuff cleaned and cleared out. Yes, friend. Yes, friend. Yes, friend. Stick with me. 6 months. Your girl left her 9 to 5 and she was serious and she was really sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's what I want for y'all. Same business. Different cities, different states, but same businesses, different type of people. Same order of operations. They had the same to-do list. Same to-do list, different type of people. Client A ain't come back since, and she know I'm trustworthy, but she taking the slower road. But she's still working her 9 to 5. She's still prioritizing that clocking in. She's still prioritizing everything else but her idea. Client B, children good, eating good, looking good, feeling good, losing weight because she physically doing more work than what she was at her 9 to 5. And she's happy because she actually has she's owning her own business. She don't mind putting in this work, even though it is more physical work that she put in. But guess what? She now at this point where, okay, I'm doing all of this. I'm about to hire like my cousin or somebody, like, that's where the mindset is going. She's actually developing. I'm seeing our conversation from when we started in January to where we are now. The conversations are so much deeper. The conversations are so much more professional and more business oriented. Like my girl, her noggin, her wheels is turning up there. Like she got new ideas. Like she's motivated. And to think when she first came to me, she came to me down, depressed, and feeling like she don't know what to do, but also still had that fire in her heart. Like I still got fiery faith in me that something gotta give, because I ain't going through all of this from my divorce and all of this good stuff that I'm personally going through. I ain't going through none of this for nothing, and I have children. So life was truly lifing for my girl at the beginning of the year. Yes. But with a little bit of prayer, actually. With some prayer, okay, and perseverance. Now my girl thinking about hiring people, showing them the ropes. I'm telling her about some education. I'm like putting her up on game. I'm even motivated off of her passion for this. I'm even more motivated to continue to help, like do a little bit of research and help her. Like I gave her like this person that I met through YouTube. I think her name Rachel Brown, and she has like a full on course on like the best ways you could clean and all this. So I told her, I said, start see if she have a course, like if you can get a certification, because maybe if you get a certification or through like your state health department, that might be able to help you out when increasing your prices. I mean, now you have credentials. You know what I mean? So the conversation that we're having is so much more in depth, and she's so happy that one, she trusted the process, and she trusted me to help walk her through it and hold her hand through it. But she's actually happy that she just decided to just do it. Same businesses, both are women, same to-do list, different mindsets. You have to be honest with yourself and ask yourself, which client am I? Am I client A or client B? Have I been procrastinating too long? Have I been taking the long road? Have I been feeling like I'm not worthy enough, and that's why I've been pushing myself back? Am I afraid of really taking the leap of faith and opening up that door of opportunity that God has for me, simply because I don't know what it looked like, or I don't know how I am when I actually get a little bit of money? Baby, get out of your own way. Get out of your own way, friend. Get out of your own way, friend. Experience is the best teacher. There is no way that you will be able to get through and develop yourself without actually getting through it. And you have people out here like myself that will help you and hold your hand and walk you through it. You can't keep telling yourself, ain't nobody out here trying to help me. Let me tell you something. When God want to elevate you to the next level, baby, we have what's called destiny helpers. You must pray and ask and humble yourself and ask for that help. God ain't finna send you a money tree so you can wake up in the morning and you have a money tree in your backyard or in your front yard. You think, oh yeah, thank you, Lord. Girl, that is called magic. That is not God's blessing. God will send you, and he uses humans, us, people, because we have to fellowship with each other. So get you somebody who's trusted like myself. I'm not saying you can always book a $50 consultation with me, but even if you don't trust me, you need to have a small business development coach that is going to motivate you, hold you accountable, and that's going to push you to actually execute so you can be the best version of yourself for you and your family. Client A, she chilling. My girl ain't called me yet to tell me to turn this website on. Client B, Client B was sick and tired of being sick and tired and actually put some action behind her words. Just last week, we had a consultation live on YouTube with one of our good friends who she wants to open up her own food truck. She's been cooking and doing food since she was yay high, since she was a kid. And she used to cook in the kitchen with her mom and her grandma. So it really makes her feel at home when she's cooking soul food. My girl wants to open up her own food truck. What is she doing right now? Now that she's out of a job, she lost her job. Yes, she lost her job, her good paying job. She's a wife and she has 4 kids. While she has her husband, it's like imagine the pressure that is literally on that family. But guess what? My girl's still persevering because she said, listen, I'm doing what I can to be able to still do, sell some dinners either twice or 2 times out of the month. And I'm using some of that money towards bills, and I'm using some of the money I'm putting aside to save towards this food truck. Sacrificing, persevering, prioritizing the dream and the goal. That is entrepreneurship. Not no, oh, I want to open up this shop, have me a little nail shop, do a little bit of lashes. You know what I mean? I want to do it. I want to do it. That's a entrepreneur. Entrepreneur, E stands for execution. You understand? Cool. What questions do y'all have after my whole entire business preaching? I just had to give y'all, my example because these are my real clients and I'm so proud of them. You know what I mean? That they stick with me and they trust me enough to be able to bring them this far. Y'all might always see me on YouTube talking about grants and stuff, but I'm a small business development coach and I have 10 years of entrepreneurship expertise. Baby, I've been an entrepreneur before 2020 COVID and I still persevered through 2020 COVID and I'm still here today. And matter of fact, I have scaled myself so greatly with the grace of God, right? To where now I live in Africa and I'm writing grants globally. So you are physically able to see me do this. And no, I'm not perfect. I have videos, live videos on here where I have cried because I went through an abusive relationship. I have YouTube videos on here where I had to really stand my guard after my ex, who was my abuser, actually put out a YouTube video about me saying I'm a scam. 2 years I had to push through that type of comments and all that stuff. And I had to have my clients come at my guard and say, no, she's not a scam. No, this is incorrect. That's just her ex going crazy and having to go through so much through court behind that. But I persevered. Life was life for me. I lost a baby. I lost my grandma. I went through a lot of L's. And y'all actually seen me cry. Y'all actually seen me go through this. Yes, we talking about something recent. But I still persevere and I get on here every day. 9 a.m. Eastern time. You can always catch me on here. Life gonna always life. And you know what? When you building something for your destiny, right? When you doing something that God actually wants you to do to fulfill your will and your duty, right? The devil is gonna be at his busiest to try to knock you down and to distract you. It can be the most simplest thing. Tire going flat. Just bought these tires. Like, how that work? You understand? So yeah, we're gonna get started. Have another consultation to get on. Let me see what y'all saying really quick. And then I'm gonna let y'all go because we've been on here for like an hour. I have a question. Okay. That's what the phase I'm in now. I'm not procrastinating anymore. God is with me. That's why I'm here on your platform, getting all this info I need to keep going forward. Thanks for your encouragement. I really do appreciate it, Mika. Like for sure. Hello. How do we buy black soap from you? Is there a website? Hey, Benny. So I had to stop because of the tariff situation. So when I come to the U.S. in August, I'll be physically bringing them, and then I'll just like ship them out to you. So I'll say something more about the African black soap later. Will you save this? I came in late, so I missed them. Yeah, it'll be up all the way. I've been A for too long already. I'm going to come to you soon to set up my business. I'll get all the info from your page. Yes, the link and everything. It's a $50 consultation, 45 minutes, super worth it. I'm actually about to get on one now. And yeah, the link is in the description. Ari Reed says, I need that grant money for sure. I do too. When you make it to the point of being tired and being sick and tired of like client B, you bound to succeed. I can only imagine her low points before making it to where she's been praying for. It'd be like that. Yeah, for sure. Sometimes you got to go through your breaking point. That's what I do. Construction cleaning. Good for her. Yes. Awesome. I've been following mine enough. I have EIN and doing nothing with it. So many ideas, but the success motivation is with me. I have a bank to send my plan to for help and you. Okay, awesome. Hey Nikki. I appreciate all your messages. Thank you. Like you says, there are days that I want to give up and I know I have to continue. You're a blessing. Keep pushing. And again, thank you. God bless you. Yes. God bless you too, friend. Keep pushing. Perseverance is key. Hey, love, do you write grants for nonprofits? Yes, Ashley, I do. I actually do. Let me see. My services are more consultation based, not really a product I'm selling. I'm just trying to make it make sense, really. That's what's been holding me back. But your story sounds similar to mine. Yeah. If you have a consulting business, then honestly, that's like the easiest businesses to set up. So I can tell you what that, we can go over a couple of strategies on how to, in our 101 consultation. It's $50. I have to reassure you that. But we can go over a couple of strategies and different, what's called like order of operations in a way, or sorry, not order of like workflows. So what that looks like for your consulting business. So a workflow would look like how the client will know about you, and then how they will book you, and then how you would get paid, and then how you would do it all over again. Okay, so we can go over those workflows. Yeah, I need that. That's the only soap I use. Okay, awesome. I got you, friend. I'm just starting really and definitely need money. I want to do taxes. Okay, you probably have. Awesome. We got someone who's coming in who is one of our lovely subscribers. She purchased I think it's Michelle. She purchased a consultation, so I'm waiting on her to come in inside the Zoom now. So y'all got like 2 or 3 minutes. Oh, hey, how's it going?
Morning. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm actually wrapping up on YouTube now. So you and I can
Okay,
have a
so let me
conversation.
ask you this.
Hmm.
I am in. I'm still on a doctor's appointment.
Oh,
I
sorry.
decided to come for a checkup, and I thought it was going to be done by now, but it's not.
Okay.
So can we move this?
Yeah, we can actually reschedule. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a rescheduling link. Hopefully, I have availability today. I know later this evening I have to go to um a governor's dinner. So, but I'm available all day tomorrow if you are available tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. So, I'm going to send you I'll email you and I'll try to, I think I have your number. So I'll text you too the link to reschedule. It's free to reschedule. So you'll be able to do that. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, girl, get your checkup. All right. I pray all is
Yeah,
well.
that's important. Get my
Very
blood
important.
work.
Very
So
important. And
yeah.
then, yeah. And I'll send you everything that you need, and we'll talk tomorrow. Okay.
Great. Sounds good.
All right. God bless. We'll talk.
Bye.
Okay. Okay. So y'all have me for some more time. I love hanging out with y'all. Okay. But we gotta send my friend her thing. Okay. Remember, the business setup list is inside of the description. Look, in the description of the live stream, the YouTube live stream. Okay, let me see. I'm going to send her a rescheduling link. So yeah, um, I'm so happy I gave you guys that example and what I really do go through with my clients. And each business is different. I don't have all the answers, but I do have like people and friends that are high industry earners in their particular industry, right? So even if I don't have the questions, I can reach out to them or I can connect you with them and you can take it from there. You know, I know like the small business coaching space has been kind of like, people are like, I don't really see the value and the point of it. And I think it's simply because a lot of you all go for people who are Instagram famous versus for going for people who have actual credentials and who are real people, like who actually have real time for you and is willing to set that time aside for you, not somebody who's money hungry. How can you identify those people? Well, I feel like if they charge you $20,000, tens of thousands of dollars to do something that you can get done at the SBA for free, that lets me know that this is probably not my vibe. It's probably not my vibe. Probably not my vibe. And try out the SBA. You know what I mean? You get what you pay for sure, but like see what the SBA offers in their free consulting and coaching, right? And then you can compare that to somebody who's charging you tens of thousands of dollars, and that will give you reassurance on. I think you money hungry. You want me to pay you $10,000 just to do an online course, and we do weekly classes with everybody in a group together, and I don't get no one-on-one time with you about what I'm specifically going through. And it's hard to come by a dollar nowadays. People losing their jobs and everything's expensive. You know what I mean? So like the value of a dollar right now is, hey, people have to be considerate. They have to be willing to change their prices or add more value to what they're offering in their services. And this goes for you all too. Because people really need to see the value of going for these things. So I understand why business coaching might seem like something that you probably don't want to go. None of my services cost $1,000. Like, no. And my friends who make that type of money, like every client they get is like high ticket 10K. They always get I get on their nerves. They always tell me, "Oh, like you need to charge more. You know what you're doing? Like you're doing grants, you're doing this. Like you need to be charging more." And I say, "Yeah, I hear you, but here's the catch. Going for high ticket clients, you need to be in those rooms. You need to be in those countries. You need to be in those spaces. You understand? And you have to. Also, the thing about going for high ticket clients is you will get only a handful. Versus for me, I like a more fellowship collective type of vibe. So it's not really. And then some, depending on how you look at it, it could be like I'm doing more work to be able to reach the same income goal because I have to get so many people at a low price when I can go for 4 people and reach my goal that way. But it's also like it's not as easy as they say it is to get the high ticket client. You understand? That's not super easy. Okay. First of all, you got to have the opportunity to invest into the time and the money to invest into getting in that space, right? To be able to speak with them, which while I do have that opportunity and have had those opportunities, it's just like, the time. That's what I was getting at. The time that it takes for you to get that client to say yes or the approval. You have bills, you have payroll, you have people you got to pay, you have things you have to do, business bills, that it's like it doesn't amount to, it doesn't, for me, it's not like a priority for me. So while I do take in high ticket clients, but my main focus is startups and small business owners. And I would just rather help as many people as I can. And I think that's, I don't know, maybe I'm old school or whatever have you, but that's just my mindset. I feel like having more and more people out there saying, hey, Shelby actually helped me. She's a real legit person. Then when I get more of those high ticket clients that come by and come on my table, it's literally a no brainer. And it actually works in that way. When I get my high ticket clients that come by and they're like, okay, I just want you to do everything for me, I'll pay you for a whole entire year. They don't have a problem with doing that simply because they've heard of me, and they have had people who have actually experienced my services before. You understand? So they come recommended. Yeah. So yeah, you all. So I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna stop talking your ear off because I have to text our client, right, our friend, and send her a rescheduling link. Don't forget to click on the link in the description so that way you can have the full business setup list. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, right? Make sure you like this video so the YouTube algorithm can keep pushing it out. I really do appreciate you all for joining me. I feel like this conversation needed to be had. It's very motivational, very informative. I told you everything you need to know. And then don't forget that I have a new business building series out. If you are a member of my channel, you actually have access to the first video. If you're not a member, then guess what? The first video drops on Sunday. So make sure you blow the video up. It's like 8 minutes. Make sure you share it on your Facebook and share it on your Instagram and share it everywhere so people can see it. The first video is about the top 5 businesses that I would invest in and I would get into. Quite affordable. And it's just my own personal opinion. This business building series, YouTube series, is going to get dive deeper. If you thought this YouTube live was something, let me tell you, it's going to get much better in that business series. And I'm so happy about it. So yeah, okay. Make sure you turn on push notifications. We'll be on here same time tomorrow, friend. Same time tomorrow. Same time tomorrow. Okay, friend. 9 a.m. Eastern time. I'll see y'all same time tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend. Okay. Peace and blessings. Bye.